going with some bright colors, but don't think I'm not going to teach you something in the background. So here I'm just going to add some of that color. These crayons will not dry out, so you don't have to worry about putting the caps on right away. I'm just going to mix some of that.
So people are asking how many crayons have you gone through during the show? Like, did you go through them fast?
None yet. Same set.
Sweet.
Same set, day 3, pretty aggressive, 8 hours of non-stop demoing.
You kind of have a transparency of lipstick too, right?
It's very cool because, like I said, the reason I wanted another medium is it gives me the opacity of the paint, like you saw when it was on paper, but also kind of that blendability of an ink where I can layer to create those translucent effects. So it was just kind of a product that didn't really exist in the distress world. If you wanted something truly opaque, we have great distress paint for that. If you wanted transparent things, we've got, you know, inks and ink sprays, but I found that with mixed media, especially when you're doing stuff on a lot of surfaces, sometimes you kind of want to blur the lines and have the best of both worlds. And to me, that's what these crayons provide. And they definitely get really interesting. Right now, we're just adding color, but when you see how they work with the other products, this is where it changes from the other type of pigments on the market. Usually when we're working with something that has this much blendability, you're dealing with something that is oil-based, and this is not oil-based. I really needed to make sure that this would actually dry, okay? So once I have color on there, I'm gonna go in and just add a little bit of shadow. So I'm just gonna go in with some brown, just go around that ephemera. I'm gonna smudge some of this. And I don't need to worry about adding water or anything. I also like the consistency of this. So for example, right here in this area, see that little bit of paper still showing up around that piece of ephemera? Because it's so smooth, I can go in and fill in that area. And that medium is going to get right into that area because it's so smooth. Now, let's say you have something where you don't want it. It's too dark. Water reactive. So I can take anything and I can clean this right off. Okay? Which brings me to my next part of the technique.
Is that just because you treated the surface though?
Yes. Because it's not.
Credit card just cracked.
because it's non-porous. Now, when you first apply these, they are going to have kind of that slightly waxy feel. But once it dries completely, it has no waxy feel and it will not smudge.
How long does it take you to?
It's only water reactive. So let's talk about that. What if you put water on there now? Well, we know with distressed products that, and I'll take a deep color, we know that when we put distressed products on a surface, when we wet it, what's going to happen to it? It's going to react. Nothing. So nothing happens to these unless you touch it. So it's a very stable medium because even though it's water reactive, it's designed to be a little different, which is why you can't stamp with them. And I'll show you another technique as to why, because we're like, oh, so I can just color on the stamp and spray it and stamp. You cannot, because I needed it to be stable with water, but only water reactive. Meaning you can reactivate it, but you personally need to move it with a brush, with your finger, with whatever, because I wanted these colors to be stable, like they are now. They don't smear and smudge all over the place, but I want to go in and add some design elements. So I'm going to take a stencil, take a layering stencil, take a baby wipe, and I'm just going to start adding some design to this.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So this will allow me to go in and lift as much of that imagery off as I want. Just to create my background, because these are always water reactive. And this is a baby wipe, right? So that baby wipe is water. That's what's reacting. So not from touching or wiping off, but simply from just going in with something that's just wet. And I can clean this out as much as I want. So like this one, I really want that to pop. Yeah, there's your background. How great is that?
Beautiful.
Really, really cool.